Safety training for residential cleaners. Safety training for residential cleaners provides comprehensive training for cleaning technicians. The training is OSHA compliant and meets SIMS certification requirements. Workplace safety. This safety program identifies guidelines for preventing the most common accidents associated with cleaning. When used consistently and properly, these safety guidelines will help reduce accidents. But use of these guidelines alone is not the total answer to accident prevention. Safety in the workplace requires good judgment. You must identify and report unsafe situations immediately to your supervisor and help them correct them before an accident occurs. As part of your job, you're expected to follow the safety guidelines outlined in this program. Remember, no job is so important and no service is so urgent that you cannot take the time to perform the work safely. General workplace safety is everyone's concern. Employees must abide by all rules and regulations associated with employee health and safety. It is an employee's duty to report all accidents, injuries, hazards, and safety concerns to your supervisor or manager immediately. Reporting hazards and unsafe conditions. It is every employee's responsibility to be on the lookout for possible hazards and unsafe conditions. If you see one of the conditions on the following list or any other hazard or unsafe conditions, report it to your supervisor immediately. Follow the proper protocol. Tell your supervisor about your workplace safety concerns first. This will give the company a chance to address those concerns in the office, if that is where the safety hazard is, or with the homeowner. Some examples of unsafe conditions include slippery floors and walkways, tripping hazards such as cords or hose, burned out lights, loose or broken outlets, unlocked doors, blocked doorways, loose or broken handrails, broken or cracked windows, oily rags, smoke. Drive safely. Drive defensively and wear your seatbelt. Drive with constant alertness and care. Obey traffic laws and signals at all times. Maintain a 3-point contact using both hands and 1 foot or both feet and 1 hand when climbing into and out of vehicles. Turn the vehicle off before filling with fuel. Do not smoke while fueling a car. Wash your hands with soap and water if you spill gasoline on your hands. Secure exterior and interior supplies and equipment before driving. Cleaning equipment falling from or flying around in your vehicle not only damages the equipment, but they can injure or even kill pedestrians, occupants, and other motorists. Make sure all doors are closed and locked. Distractions are the leading cause of motor vehicle crashes, and cell phones are the top distraction. For this reason, cell phones are not to be used while driving. Slips, trips, and falls. Exercising caution when cleaning a residence seems to be obvious, but when you are in the middle of doing a job, it's easy to become complacent or hurry to get things done quicker. Pay close attention to the following tips and your workplace will be safer. Always wear rubber-soled shoes. Never wear sandals or open-toe shoes. Be aware of cords, rugs, toys, and other objects on the floor that can cause a tripping hazard. Avoid carrying trash, equipment, or heavy objects across wet floors. Avoid overuse of floor polish, as it can create a slippery floor. Pets should be kept in confined areas so you don't trip over them, and so they can't get into your cleaning supplies. Do not leave cleaning tools, equipment, or trash bags in hallways, and do not block doorways. The outer edges of rugs or floor mats should lie flat on the floor. Always clean up spills immediately. If the homeowner is there, use wet floor signs. Electrical safety. Inspect electrical cords to vacuum cleaners and other electrical equipment before plugging them into outlets. Look for frayed cord casings and exposed wiring. Make sure all 3 prongs on the plug are not bent or missing. Report overloaded electric outlets to your supervisor. If an electrical cord is damaged, don't use the equipment. Tell your supervisor. Never remove a plug from an outlet by jerking the wire from any distance. Always pull the plug out with your hand. Never run over vacuum or equipment cords. Never operate electrical equipment on wet floors or carpets unless the equipment is designed for operation on wet surfaces. Container labels. Labels on chemicals must include 1. The common name of the chemical, 2. The name, address, and emergency phone number of the company responsible for the product. 3. An appropriate hazard warning. It is the policy of this company that no container of hazardous substances will be released for use until the following label information is verified. 1. Containers are clearly labeled as to the contents. 2. Appropriate hazard warnings are noted. 3. The name, address, and emergency phone number of the manufacturer or distributor. This responsibility has been assigned to your supervisor to further ensure that employees are aware of the hazardous material used in their work areas. It is our policy to label all secondary containers. You must communicate with your supervisor to ensure that all containers and secondary containers are labeled with either an extra copy of the original manufacturer's label or with generic labels that have a block for identity and blocks for the hazard warning.